Hello everyone and welcome to the latest review. Since it's been a while since I've done one, in fact since the very first review I did on the channel, I thought today I'd do another set, and this is the Graham Farish by Bachmann Diesel Freight set. The item number is 370201 and it features a Class 33 locomotive in a very nice British Rail Engineers grey and yellow livery. 5 wagons, 4 of which are 16-ton mineral wagons in 3 different liveries, including again the yellow and grey engineers livery, and the last wagon is a brake van, again in engineers livery. 8 pieces of curved track, 2 pieces of straight track as normal, and the Bachmann transformer and controller. So let's open the box to start with. A little bit of a struggle because I'm leaning over to do it so I don't block the camera. Inside, as usual, first thing you'll find a big poster style display of all the Farish's locomotives and wagons, coaching, stock, the sets that were available at the time this was released, and here in the corner, very sad to see because they're not available anymore, the Graham Farish chassis, which they don't unfortunately make available anymore separately, which is makes it very difficult for people who want to build kits, because these are needed for the kit building fraternity. As you can see, the sets which were available at the same time as this was first released, which was about 2005-2006, are here. This one, the diesel freight one with the TEA tankers, you can still pick up occasionally, but most of these have now been changed for other sets. The next thing you'll find is your guide to looking after your set, maintaining it, how to set it up. It's all pretty straightforward stuff really. Running in, cleaning and maintenance, lubrication, etc. It even tells you how to plug the track up. And in this one we don't seem to have a Bachmann guarantee card or a card for joining the club, collectors club, but that's no great loss. So just quickly running our eyes over the contents, you've got the locomotive here, your 4 mineral wagons, brake van, transformer, track. This plugs into the controller. This is the track lead. So let's start by having a quick look at the locomotive, which is quite firmly held in here, in a nice hard case to protect it. It's always good to see. Just remove the cover so we can have a closer look at her. She's a Class 33, named Seeking, there she is in the case, and unlike the Class 5 which I showed you in the other set, the Granite City Express set, which was an exclusive running number to that set, this was made available separately to customers, so you can buy this. I think even still some retailers still have some of these available. This loco is still available, and it was in the Farish catalogue certainly up to 2009. It's not in the current Farish catalogue. Let's just remove it from the box. It has a piece of plastic wrapped around it to make that job a little easier. Have a close-up look at it. There it is. Just try and keep it in focus, and it's not a bad representation. It has the nice curved ends, quite well modelled. Some little bit of depth here on the grille, on the side there. It's all-wheel drive. You can see there. Has rapido couplers, but they're not in any M pockets. No. Roof moulded. Not very much depth to the fan here because it's a moulded piece, but it's quite nicely modelled roof. A few little finger marks there, apologies for that. It's a lovely livery, as I say, called Sea King, running number 33002 in this British Rail Engineers livery. No working lights, unfortunately. This was not one of Graham Farish's blue ribbon models, so it's probably by now in need of a new tooling and upgrading, but it's a pretty decent model. It's got a fair bit of weight to it. Head code number 10 there. So that's the loco. Let's have a look at one or two of the mineral wagons. Well, the first one is 16-ton mineral wagon in BR bauxite. Yeah, it's quite a nice, with a side door, quite a nice model. And these wagons are what I call encased in ice in these containers, which open at the end, quite tricky to open. And then the inner part slides out, and then you can open them and remove the wagon. Metal wheels, rapido couplers on springs, like all old style Graham Farish rolling stock and coaching stock as well as these. So they can be changed. Scharfenbergs would fit in those, or you could adapt them to some other kind of coupling if you don't like these big rapido couplings, and there's plenty of people who don't. And that's the BR bauxite version. There's also, again, a 16-ton mineral wagon. This is in a kind of BR grey, although the contents are listed as that being olive, but it's closer to grey in this set. Sometimes they put in one that's the right type of wagon, but not necessarily the livery it's claimed. It does say on the front of the box, items may differ from illustration. There's a nice 16-ton mineral wagon in the same engineer's grey and yellow as the locomotive. A few more fine printing details on that one. Very nice. And a second one with a different running number, obviously. So that has a different running number. Again, 16-ton mineral wagon in engineer's livery. And lastly, brake van. It's a ZUV, a Shark ballast brake van, SR region. I think we'll take this one out and have a closer look at it. Again, we have to remove the plastic, slide it out, open it up. There she is. That's a nicely detailed little brake wagon. It's got brake handles either end, some raised detail with the piping along the sides and handrails, mostly moulded, but yeah, still quite nice. Quite plain roof, and again, nice livery, metal wheels, rapidos on springs again. Okay, so that's the main parts of it, what you get. Of course, you also get a standard oval of track, which in Bachmann's case is compatible with Pico set track. The radius of the curves is I believe 227 millimeters, so about 9 inch, which is a little bit odd because most of their locomotives they claim should run on 12-inch radius curves, so rather strange that they should put the 9-inch radius curves in their sets. So one final quick look at that, more detail, some nice detail, windscreen wipers. Most of the detail is moulded, it's not added on, so it's not quite at the level of their recent releases. It's all-wheel pickup and all-wheel drive, which is good. be interesting to see how it runs. So let's set it up as it is when you get it out of the box and run this around and see what it looks like. Well, there you can see her on the track now, and she's not a bad looking little locomotive, and quite a nice looking train. Apologies if this is a little bit shaky, but I've had to take the camera off the tripod and I'm hand holding it, and also I've got a bit of zoom in it, which obviously makes it a little bit more shaky. I did find the Guarantee and Barkman Collectors Club leaflet in the box. It was at the bottom. That's why I couldn't find it earlier. But let's just put some power through this and see it running. I've deliberately set it up with just the track that comes with it, so it's a very small oval of track. And I'm just going to run it round now for a minute or two and just take some shots of it. Engage mug there in the background. Have a cup of tea while you're doing it. Well, there she is, the Diesel Freight set by Farish, and a nice little set. Nice little rake of wagons there. And the Class 33, although it's not to the standards of the current locos, it's still pretty nice. And I'm sure that in the future there will be a new tooling of that, DCC ready and working lights. But until then, it's a pretty good representation. I'm going to give this 7 out of 10. It's not quite to current standards, but it's still a good little starter set. And considering you get the locomotives and the wagons all together, it does work out cheaper than buying things separately. Well, that's it from this video. Hope to be back soon with more videos. Thanks for watching it. Please comment, rate and subscribe in the box below. Leave questions or suggestions or requests. Hope to be back soon with more videos. Until then, take care and see you soon.